What's up, everybody? It's your pal Edgar von Ghoul. I took a little hiatus for a few weeks because the Valentine's Day season. During the Valentine's Day season, you have to be with the ones you love. You have to have the wonderful romantic time with your loved ones. Then there's the family get-togethers. Mardi Gras coming up. Back home in Louisiana, they had the Mardi Gras parades. So I was doing these little darts going all over the place, and good to be back here in Southern California, Central Coast area. It's beautiful place, because out there in the dirty South, it is horrible. It's raining, cold, and quiet, and clappy, and just like, ugh, you don't want to be there. It's good to be here where the sun is always shining and it's always bright and cheery, except at 7 a.m. So tonight's movie is going to be a special one. It stars one of my favorite actors of all time. There's two actors I always think of that encompass the whole idea of horror, the horror genre as a whole, and its impact on society. These two actors who are no longer with us, both of them are dead, which is sad to say. You've seen them before, you probably don't even realize it. There's Nick Miller and Buck Flower. Buck Flower was the quintessential hobo character in just about everything. He was in They Live, Back to the Future. He was in all these movies. He always played like the crazy old hobo. And then you have Nick Miller, who is sort of like a chameleon. You don't know where he's going to turn up and who he's going to turn up as. He was amazing. Tonight's movie is a special movie because it's one of his earlier works when he first started getting into the acting gig with Roger Corman. And he had this film, which is titled Bucket of Blood, which is one of the typical Roger Corman fare, which is, before Lloyd Kaufman or Charles Band, he was the man when it came to indie horror. He was the man because he could make a movie in 30 days and have it in thousands of theaters and do it for like $10,000. He made movies so cheaply but so effectively, it was amazing. And this one is special because it deals with something I love, which is called the counterculture. I get more into that in the first break, so I want to ease you guys in. So basically, tonight's movie is about beatniks, which is like the earliest form of counterculture. Nowadays we have Antifa and goth and punk and emo and gangster rappers and whatever. You have all these things, juggalos, all that stuff, all mixed together. But back in the 50s, they didn't have that. They had the straight-laced square guys, and then you had the beatniks, who were the ones doing the drugs and doing all the silliness. Yeah, so that's enough of that right now. So let's get started. You ready to roll, Steven?
Yes, we're ready to go.
All right, let's get into action. Here is Bucket of Blood on Midnight Chillers. Auf Wiedersehen.
I will talk to you of art, for there is nothing else to talk about. For there is nothing else. Life is an obscure hobo bumming a ride on the omnibus of art. Burn gas, buggies, and whip your sour cream of circumstance and hope. And go ahead and sleep your bloody heads off. Creation is. All else is not. What is not creation is Graham Cracker. Let it all crumble to feed the creator. The artist is. All others are not. A canvas is a canvas, or a painting. A rock is a rock, or a statue. A sound is a sound, or is music. A creature is a creature, or an artist. Where are John, Joe, Jake, Jim, Jerk? Dead. They were not born. Before they were born, they were not born. Where are Leonardo, Rembrandt, Ludwig? Alive. They were born. Bring on the multitude with a multitude of fishes. Feed them to the fishes for liver oil. stretch their skills upon an easel to give him canvas, crush their bones into a paste that he might mold them. Let them die, and by their miserable deaths become the clay within his hands, that he might form an ashtray or an ark. For all that is comes through the eye of the artist. The rest are blind fish swimming in the cave of aloneness. Swim on, you maudlin, muddling, maddened fools, and breathe that one bright and sunny night some artist will bait a hook and let you bite upon it. Fight hard and die. In his stomach, you are very close to immortality.
Walter? Walter, what are you doing there?
I was looking at Carla's picture.
Why, I pay you to look at pictures? Come on, get to work.
I was just looking.
There are empty cups all over the place. Clear them out.
You shouldn't be so rough on him, Leonard.
Hey, say, Walter. All right.
I think I'm good.
Yes, man. How you making? Fine, man. How about you? In there now.
Valdez, Vice.
Yeah, LaCroix checking in. Lou took over a couple of minutes ago.
Anything new at the door?
Well, nothing you can pound nails in. A couple of hustlers. One of them short, fat, brunette, named Skinny. The other one was short also. She was bleached and skinny.
Name of Fat.
Probably, I didn't get it. They didn't give any pictures, though. Guess you can keep an eye on them.
Okay, any hits?
Well, Jerry Sachs looked like he was straight. I'm sure he's on it anyway. Didn't see any pushes around the place. Lou said he'd check out on Jerry. He'll sound him out later if he gets any higher. I guess that's about it.
Okay, go on home and get a good night's sleep if you faint.
Okay, so long.
Everyone listen to my new poem. Do you think they really heard it?
I heard it, Mr. Brock.
Thank you, Walter. I'm sure you did.
Bring on the multitude with a multitude of fishes. Feed them to the fishes for liver oil to nourish the artist.
That was word for word.
Is it? I've forgotten.
You mean you don't remember your own poem?
I refuse to say anything twice. Repetition is death.
Oh, got it.
When you repeat something, you are reliving a moment, wasting it, severing it from the other end of your life. I believe only in new impressions, new stimuli, new life.
I thought you believed that life is an obscure hobo bumming a ride on the...
I do believe that, Walter, but I also believe creative living. To be uncreative, you might as well be in your grave or in the army.
They tried to draft me once. I couldn't pass the test.
Walter, Leonard's looking at you.
He's just about gone.
Walter has a clear mind. One day something will enter it, feel lonely, and leave again.
Too much.
Yes, cats, yes. If you want to know how beatniks live, William and me will show you. We'll introduce you to some wild one. You may even discover an artist of your own.
And how much is that going to cost us?
What cost? A couple of bucks. You want to meet some beatniks, don't you?
Oh, no, it's the artist. I'm just crazy about artists.
All that is comes through the eye of the artist. The rest are just blind fish swimming in a cave of aloneness.
Oh, you must be an artist. And working as a busboy, too.
Feed him that he will be satisfied. The artist is. All others are not.
That's most intriguing. Are you a painter?
Well, no, I work... I'm working on something that's not ready yet.
What is it, man? Finger painting? And draw me a picture of a house, Walter. Make some smoke coming out of the chimney.
I am working on something. I'll show you soon. Walter?
Is he...
Edgar, you look awful pale. What'd you have to eat tonight?
I had a salami sandwich, Mrs. Swicker.
Oh, if you were my son, why don't you let me fix you a nice bowl of soup? Won't take but a minute.
Oh, it's okay. I can fix myself something. Besides, I got something important to do.
Say, Walter, did you see anything of Frankie tonight when you went out?
I didn't see him at all.
Well, if you do, tell him I got a nice, fresh piece of halibut for him.
Tell him that? I mean, do you think he'll understand? He's only a cat.
Good night, Walter.
Frankie? Canvas is a canvas or a painting. A rock is a rock or a statue. A sound is a sound or it's music.
Frankie, how'd you get yourself stuck in a wall? Wait a minute, I'll get you out. Frankie? Frankie? You all right, Frankie? I'm sorry. Oh, Mrs. Swickard. She had a nice fresh piece of halibut for you. I'll give you to her in the morning. Repetition is death, Frankie.
he might form an ashtray or an ark. Pray that you might be his diadem, gold, glory, paint, clay, that he might take you in his magic hands and wring from your marrow wonder.
We're a John, Joe, Jim jerk.
Take that stuff to the laundromat, Walter.
Huh? Don't mind him. What have you got?
It's a thing I made. You like it? What you got?
Oh, come look at this, Leonard.
Well, where'd you get that, auction? I made it. You made that? I said I did, didn't I?
Walter, it's very good.
Honest?
Honest.
What's it called? Dead Cat? Dead Cat? That's its name? Sure. Well, it sure looks dead enough. You want to buy it? Buy it? That thing? Scare people out of the place.
Don't be silly. It's tremendous. Look at the detail. The anatomy's perfect. Look at the expression on its face.
How come you put a knife into it? I didn't mean to. Just got carried away, huh? Well, all right. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put it in the corner of the alcove. If it sells, we'll split 50-50, okay? Sure. Does this mean I'm an artist?
Maybe so. You can do other things as well.
All that is comes through the eye of the artist. Yeah, you're a real artist now. I go in back and scrub down those garbage cans. March now. You really like it? We like it. Now go on. Did you see my cat? What's the matter? You losing? How do you like my cat? You make this thing mad? Uh-huh. It's crazy. Crazy. You want to buy it? For me, Matt? On tap. He likes my cat. Get to work.
Hey, Waller, come here a minute. Hey, congratulations, man.
Walter, you're famous.
I saw your cat.
Did you like it, Mr. Brock?
You may call me Maxwell.
Now, how'd you do it, Walter?
All right. Just took some clay and fixed it up. Attention. Attention, everyone. As you pass through these yellow portals, I am sure you noticed on your right a small clay figure and assumed this transfixed effigy to be the work of a master sculptor. And indeed, so it is. That master sculptor is in our midst. He is none other than Walter Paisley, our very own busboy, whose hands of genius have been carrying away the empty cups of your frustration. Mark well this lad. His is the silent voice of creation. Within the dark, rich soil of humility, he blossoms as the hope of our nearly sterile century.
Beautiful, Maxwell.
Bring me an espresso, Walter.
Maxwell, really beautiful.
Thank you. Man, you are in.
Oh, Walter, it was wonderful.
Yes. This is my man. Took of everything. Yes. Listen, man, you got a pen? Huh? This is my man.
Hey, Pops, what's happening?
Making a big scene for Walter.
Who'd he shoot?
He made a cat. Out of clay.
See you around.
Yeah, later.
clear this table.
Did you hear them, Mr. DeSantis? They all like my cat.
Yeah, very good. Now, look, Walter, you must be tired. Why don't you take the rest of the night off?
Oh, I don't...
No. You got it coming. Besides, you're creating an incident. When people are applauding, they don't know the coffee. So go on home and work on something. Make another cat.
Well, I haven't got another cat.
Just go to the movies. Please, Walter, go.
All right, Mr. DeSantis. Good night.
Good night, Walter.
Walter? Walter, wait a minute.
Oh, hello, Naolia.
Walter, I dug it.
My cat?
It was the most wonderful, wildest, like wittiest thing I've ever seen. Walter, you've done something to me. Something deep down inside of my prana.
I have?
Oh, Walter, I want to be with you. You're creative. You've got a hot light bulb glowing inside of you, and I want to be warmed by it.
Gee, that's nice of you, Naolia.
Walter, take me away from here. Take me away to some cool blue place. Gas.
I can't. I gotta go home.
Oh, then I'll go home with you.
Oh, no, Mrs. Swickett wouldn't like that. She's my landlady.
Isn't there anything I can do for you?
I don't think so, Naolia.
Oh, Walter, I can't let you just split like this. I've got to do something. I've got to contribute.
You don't have to do anything.
Wait. Wait, there is one thing I can do. One little thing. Don't leave, Walter. I want to give you something. Something that'll make you remember me. Put it in your pocket. Now go, Walter. Don't look back. Go.
Can I have your autograph, Mr. Paisley? Why, certainly, my good woman. Everybody likes my cat. You want to buy my statue, mister? $10,000? Okay. Gee, I'll be famous. And then I can ask Carla, and she'll say yes. I know she will.
Hello, Walter.
Oh, hi. Hey, you're Lou, ain't you? I seen you down the yellow door plenty. Come on in. I was just making some pancakes. You can have some if you like. Did you see my cat?
Yeah, I saw your cat. I also saw that chick lay these on you.
Oh, that was Naolia. She's a nice girl. She's kind of strange, though. I guess she figures I get headaches or something.
Okay, Walter, who's your connection?
Connection?
Yeah, connection. Who do you score from? Where do you buy your horse?
Horse?
Horse, junk, white stuff, heroin.
Is that what that is? I never seen any of that before. I always thought that was expensive.
Yeah, Walter, that can be real expensive.
Gee. Well, wasn't that nice of Naolia to give me that expensive horse?
Walter,
Huh?
police officer.
Ooh, you're like an undercover man.
You're under arrest, Walter.
Under arrest for what?
Possession of narcotics.
For me? What are you talking about?
Walter, I got you cold. Now, you just come along quietly.
I didn't do nothing.
And Naomi had given me those. I didn't ask her for it. I didn't even know what was
All
in
right, you can tell him that downtown. Now, let's go.
I ain't going no place with you.
Walter, do I have to point this at you?
You're going to shoot me. No, don't shoot me.
Walter, just relax.
No, you're going to shoot me.
Now, just relax.
No, don't shoot
Just
me.
shut up, Walter.
No, you're going to shoot me. Don't shoot.
Well, how's that for an act break? I love this movie because I can kind of relate to it in a way. It's like, you know, when I was in my baby fat phase in the goth culture back in the early 90s, you know, I really wanted to fit in with the rest of the kids, and like I wanted to be like, yeah, I'm cool like you guys. But then everybody always hated the goth thing until around the late 90s, early 2000s, all of a sudden it became popular. So I can understand his character a little bit more. I can understand the whole counterculture movement. It's like you want to fit in. When you're out, you want to be part of something. No matter what it is, you want to be there. Talking about the counterculture, it really started with the beatniks in the 50s, which was the whole idea of like the word itself, counterculture. Because the norm was like the Beaver the Cleaver, Beaver the Beaver, Joan Cleaver, guy with crew cut, smoking a pipe, you know, dad character, the mom, always with the apron, and the kids always clean cut and everything, and they never did anything wrong. You know, in reality, like, the kids were trying on their mother's bra in the bathroom when no one else is home, and the daughter's snorting cocaine, the dad's banging the secretary at work. He was always working late. They had key parties, and so it's so that was like a backlash for that. And then it started with the beatniks in the 50s, and then because they didn't really have anything like that in the 30s and 40s. They had the flapper girls in the 20s. You know, that was I think that's really where it really kind of started. But this one's more about the 50s beatnik, stoner, heroin addict counterculture thing. It's like these people are trying to like just have fun, tune out.
Also an indication of how expensive it was to make film in the early days.
Yeah.
When you make something that's expensive, you gotta appeal to a wide audience.
Yeah, it was Roger Corman. I talk about the history of cinema a lot on the show, and hopefully I can educate some of you people who watch my show, help you understand the movies are not just movies. There's a work of art to it. It's storytelling. It's storytelling that comes from centuries of storytelling. Like the beginning would have been like the bonfire and the elderly chief talking to all the tribe, and they're sitting there. The chief is saying, evil's out there. This is what evil looks like, and tells you a story of evil. Tells you a story of good. Yeah, the Greek gods and like the Roman gods and stories. It's storytelling. This is just a different version of it. And then for a long time, people didn't consider films to be art. They considered it to be just trash, and like they would like throw it to the side. Say, I don't care about that. They're just movies. There's nothing. But then it changed. It changed with people like Roger Corman in the 50s and 60s, and then in the 70s with people like Steven Spielberg and George Lucas trying to say, hey, we can make something really cool out of this. But then you get other guys on the way who aren't as popular but should be popular, people like David Lynch and Orson Welles, saying, you know, we could really do something with this. You could really do something magical with this. You can move people. You can make people cry. You can keep people excited. You can do something with this stuff. That's what filming is about. It's about telling a good story and putting something in your head that wasn't there before, and then you take it and you say, this is my life. I relate to that character. I relate to Neo. I relate to Rocky Balboa. I relate to the Terminator. I relate to Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers or Chucky and Pinhead and all these characters, or Stuart Little. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Horror, like the horror host, is a very important job, and I'm so grateful there is such a large community of you people out there like me, who are doing this all the time, and putting your own money into it, like I am, and trying to get people into this whole thing. We love you. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to get all emotional. They talk about counterculture again. Like the 50s counterculture with the beatniks, and then in the 60s with the hippies, and the 70s with the punk, and the 80s and 90s with goth, and now with emo. It's all about kids looking at their parents and not realizing that parents are not what they thought they were. Their parents are wrong. That's it in a nutshell. It's about kids looking up at their parents and saying, I don't like you anymore. I don't like what you did to this world. I don't like what you did to this planet. So I'm going to rebel against you. And that's where it all started from. It started because when we were kids, your parents could do no wrong. Your parents were your parents. They knew everything. Mommy and Daddy knew everything. Daddy knew how to do everything. Mommy could fix any problem. And then when they can't, when you get to be a teenager, you're like, oh, well, I guess nobody can help me with my problems. I gotta fix my own problems. Hope I'm making sense. If I'm rambling again, I'm sorry. Maybe we should back to the movie, and I'll be back a little bit to give you some more little tidbits of information. Auf Wiedersehen.
Walter! Are you all right? I thought I heard you shouting a minute ago. Walter! What's all the noise in here?
Noise, Mrs. Swickett? What noise?
Don't tell me I didn't hear a racket. Are you sure you're all alone?
I'm always alone, Mrs. Swickett.
Walter, have you been talking to yourself again?
Well, I guess maybe I have, Mrs. Swickett. Somebody's got to.
Walter, you know, what you need is a girl. But she doesn't have to be pretty, just so long as she takes good care of you.
Well, I can take real good care of myself, Mrs. Swickett.
Yeah, I can see that. Look at this pad. Terrible. When did you ever clean it up? And when did you change these sheets last? They look like they're alive.
Mrs. Swickett, I gotta meet some friends in a little while, and I gotta take a shower.
Well, why don't you clean up
If you don't
this
mind.
stuff?
Oh, please,
What's the
Mrs.
matter?
Swickett.
Lou. But if you'd have shot me, you'd be mopping up my blood now. I can't help it if I got scared and hit you. I didn't mean it. It's crazy. It's crazy. I didn't know you had it in you, Walter. How'd you do it? Oh, I just took some clay and fixed it up. Go home and make something, Walter. Make another cat. But I haven't got another cat.
No, nobody seems to know where he went. Why don't you put an alert out on him, and I'll check on him from here. Okay, right.
tall, dark complexion, hair black and curly. Last seen wearing blue jeans and gray sweater.
Tim Evans was a murderer, all in his prison cell. And those who read about his crimes, they damned his soul to hell, saying, "Go down, you murderer, go down." For the murder of his own true wife and the killing of his own child, the jury found him guilty, and the hanging judge, he smiled.
And dig the fuzz. What do you suppose they want here? You, man. You. Hey, maybe they're looking for old Walter. He's a criminal type. Ain't you, Walter? Sorry, Mr. DeSantis.
Oh, that's all right, Walter. Sit down.
Sit down. Greetings, man. I'm not supposed to sit with the customers.
Wait. Now, why shouldn't you sit at the table, Walter? After all, you're a big artist now. A true creator above mere mortals.
What's the big idea?
Idea? I was just telling Walter the truth. Man wanted to pay me $100 for the cat. In fact, he's taking it home to show to his wife. Proves that I underestimated Walter's ability. His work has enormous realism. You can hardly tell it from the real thing. Well, that sounds like a real put down.
Get off Walter's back, Leonard.
Am I on his back?
You're not very funny.
I'm not trying to be. Walter, what are you going to make next? A dog, maybe. Or a bird. How about a few dozen cockroaches from your room? Hey, man, why don't you make an elephant? I got a new one.
Great. What is it?
It's a full-length, life-size figure. Crazy. What is it called? Murdered Man.
When do we get to see it?
Oh, anytime. Hey, that's a pretty far-out name for a statue. I saw a statue once. It was called The Third Time Phyllis Saw Me, She Exploded. And what kind of a statue was that? I don't know. It's made out of driftwood and dipped in fluoric acid. It's very wild.
What's wrong, Leonard?
Nothing at all. It's the food in this dump. Oh, man, you should try the Sorrel sewer. They got wheat germ bagels. Too much. Excuse me, please.
I think he really is sick.
So who isn't?
Sanders! Well, I've been trying to get you all evening.
Gotta make a call. Gotta call Lieutenant Valdez.
Listen, I was wrong about my wife. She wants that cat after all. Do you hear me? I'll give you that $100 for the cat.
I can't talk to you just now.
All right, then, $200.
No. No.
$300, and that's tops.
$300 for the cat?
I know I'm going out of my mind, but I've been collecting art pieces all over Europe for years. And this boy, Walter Paisley, has got it. I want to buy his first work, and to make very sure that I get it, I'll pay you $500. $500 for the cat, and the first look at his next stuff.
Someone has the cat just now, but I'll have him back in a few days. Then you can have it for the $500.
Oh, thank you, sir. I think I've made a bargain. Call me when you're ready. Good night.
Walked behind and saw the sign.
Larry. You feel better?
Listen, I'm going over to Walter's later after the place closes to see Murdered Man. You feel up to coming along?
The rope was fixed around his neck and a washer behind his ear. And the prison bell was tolling, but Tim Evans didn't hear. Saying, "Go down, you murderer, go down."
Look at the size of it.
Well, it's not really that big. I got it on kind of a stand.
Well, let's see it.
I'm a little nervous. I never did a person before.
You can do anything if you set your mind to it.
It's hot in here. You want me to open a window?
Oh, come on, Walter. Take off the sheet.
you like it?
Walter, it's a masterpiece. I've never seen anything like it before. And I hope I never see anything like it again.
Neither do I.
It's hideous, and it's eloquent. It expresses modern man and all his self-pity. How did you ever find that in yourself, Walter?
Well, it wasn't easy.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I've never seen anyone so squeamish. What's your opinion, Leonard?
Don't ask me.
Oh, come on. Now, even you must see its value. Do you think that you or I could have conceived of such a thing, much less executed it? Well, then admit it. It's a work of genius.
I admit it. Then let's take it down to the yellow door.
No.
Why not?
I'll tell you. But you cover it up again, please, huh? Please.
Thank you.
What is all this nonsense? Why do you want to hide it?
Well, I've been thinking. I didn't realize how much talent Walter actually had. It would be wrong to show his pieces one at a time. Dead wrong.
You're right. He should build a collection first.
Good. That's the idea. Maybe when it's big enough, we can have a show.
A show?
Yeah.
Just for me?
No, well, not exactly. I mean, you take years and years. It's getting hot again. Well, it would take you years to make that many statues, but your work would be featured.
It's a wonderful idea, Walter. It's the only way to gain recognition. All the big art critics and art dealers will be there. It'll be an event.
Yes, then we can unload. You'd sell this stuff for a lot more. But the show, how soon can we go? Well, don't rush things. It takes time. But first of all, you've got to stop making these horrible statues. Carla and I will guide you. Maybe you can turn to freeform.
Freeform?
Well, that's the movement today.
With his talent for realism?
But you can see the direction his realism takes. It's unhealthy. But you said I was a genius. I don't want to be a busboy anymore. Yes, maybe you got a point there. You shouldn't keep working at the Yellow Door. Look, I'm sure that man is going to buy you a dead cat. So here's your fee in advance. $50. And if you need more, I've got it, so don't worry. I've got good faith in you, Walter.
Gee, $50 for something I made.
Now you're a professional.
Let's go.
Okay. Good night, Walter. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, but don't rush things. You got all the time in the world. Come on, Carla.
Good night.
Did you holler, Walter?
I'm an artist, Mrs. Stricker.
Yeah. Oh, sure you are, Walter.
I am. Look. Good heavens.
Цыганцем поле поле, помню я безумный ночей, песни, пляски, длинный звон гитар, вижу пленительный угар, здесь только хор цыганок запоет.
One of the greatest advances in modern poetry is the elimination of clarity. I am proud to say my poetry is only understood by that minority which is aware.
Aware of what? Why, not of anything, stupid, just aware.
Man, this place is beginning to feel like a lineup.
Yeah, baby. If it don't cool off pretty soon, I'm gonna haunt somebody else's joint.
We may have to start drinking.
Старый милый звон, отзвучали песенки цыган, давно закрыт любимый ресторан.
Yes, man, yes, yes. That's the man, yes. Yes, man, yes.
Good evening, Walter.
Good evening, Paula. Sylvia, didn't you see me wave my Zen stick?
It's Walter Paisley.
Bring me a cappuccino and a piece of papaya cheesecake. And a bottle of Yugoslavian white wine.
Yes, sir, Mr. Paisley.
Good evening, Walter.
Maxwell, how have you been?
I see the rewards of achievement have come your way.
Well, after all, I'm a successful sculptor now.
Indeed. Hey, man, dig Walter the Wigger.
It's coming out like you just cured cats.
Let us flake the seed.
Crazy.
I was just suggesting to Walter that he try his hand at freeform.
Why do you suggest anything to Walter? Are you the spokesman for society come to put your stifling finger in his eye?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, now who invited these two down from the clouds?
Maxwell, yoo-hoo.
Clear the table. Bring a bowl. I may be sick.
It's Alice the Awful. Comes to spread cheer and color.
Look at my suntan, everybody.
Do we have to...
Where have you been, Alice? I went up to Big Sur to look for Henry Miller.
You didn't find him, I hope.
No, he's in Europe.
Good.
Why is the busboy sitting here?
I'm not the busboy anymore.
That's right. Walter has become a sculptor.
Oh, really? I'm a model, you know. I only charge $25 an hour. Would you like to do me?
I just might.
Never mind that. Walter's going to try freeform.
There you go again. I may take my business to the Sorrel Sewer.
As a matter of fact, I was going to suggest to Walter that he try a female figure. As a change from the violent death theme. You really should, Walter. You know what? If you like, I'll be your model for free.
I couldn't. Not you.
Man, if you're going to be an artist, you've got to do nudes.
Right. Ain't nobody an artist unless he does nude.
Will you get them out of here before we wind up in night court?
Oh, let's change the subject. I'm sick of hearing about sculpture. Nobody knows how to do that anymore, much less the busboy from the Yellow Door.
Who do you think you're talking about?
Don't shout at me.
I don't like you.
Nobody asked for your opinion, Walter. You're just a simple little farm boy, and the rest of us are all sophisticated beatniks.
That's all, man. Let's split.
Yeah, man. I gotta make me some air.
You made them leave.
What did I do?
The first beneficial service of your benighted life. It proves we're all good for something.
Are you saying that this busboy is better than I?
Yes.
I think this whole bit about him being a sculptor is just a big put-on for my benefit.
That's not true. I am a sculptor.
Oh, yeah? Prove it. Make something out of this.
There. Hand.
That isn't a real hand. If you were a sculptor, you'd create something for me.
A harpoon would be very nice.
I'm going home.
Alice? You're obnoxious. But he's such an idiot.
I wanted to apologize for being nasty to you this evening.
So you're apologized. Good night. Listen, Twerp, why don't you get out of here and let me go to bed?
I didn't finish talking to you. I decided to make that female figure after all.
Oh?
And I'd like you to pose for it.
Remember what I said about my price?
$25 an hour.
If you want to pay it, I don't mind posing. When do you want to start work?
Tonight?
You mean right now? Wait till I get my sweater. Heat around this place.
It's bad for the clay. You'll get used to it.
almost ready.
Here. Sit in this chair and I'll pose you.
Kind of rickety. How's this pose?
Oh, that's fine. It's very good. Just stay like that.
There doesn't look like very much clay.
Oh, it's enough. Put this around your neck.
Watch it, the play card.
Are these fertile eggs?
Are these eggs fertile? Naturally.
What'd you fry them in?
We ran out of the safflower seed oil, but I found a bottle of peanut oil on the shelf. Don't worry, it's not hydrogenated.
Is that the cold pressed stuff or the junk Hilda bought by mistake?
Yes, man, yes. Hi.
Good morning, Walter.
Hi, Walter. What brings you here?
Have some breakfast, man. What are you having?
Soy and wheat germ pancakes, organic guava nectar, calcium lactate and tomato juice, and garbanzo omelets sprinkled with smoked yeast. Join us?
No, thanks. Sounds great, though. I brought something to show you. Could I have some of the guys help me?
Is it Murdered Man?
It's better.
Come on.
Orders. Put it in the middle of the room.
When did you do this, Walter?
Last night. It doesn't take me very long.
I should say not.
Well, let's see it, man.
Walter, I can't believe it.
I'm honored to know this man.
Do you think it's nice? Hey, she's beautiful. Do you think it's nicer than Murdered Man?
Oh, I don't know, Walter. It's impossible to choose. They're both great.
Walter, I'm deeply moved. To show my appreciation, I'm going to give a party tonight at the Yellow Door, in your honor. And I shall compose a poem.
Some more champagne, Your Majesty?
Yeah.
Where?
There. That's fine. Man, let's have another little kiss.
Walter, you're a wretch.
Yeah?
Here I go. Right. Here we All right. Walter. The bird that flies now pays later through the nose of ambidextrous apathy. Necrophiles may dance upon the placemats in an orgy of togetherness. The highway of life cuts sharply through the shady ghettos and the ivy-covered tombs, and laughter rings from every time capsule in the star-spangled firmament. And in the deep freeze, it is the children's hour, and no one knows that Duncan is murdered, and no one knows that Walter Paisley is born. Duncan knows. Tuesday Sunrise knows. Alley cats and garbage cans and steaming pavements and you and I and the nude descending the staircase and all such things with both we know that Walter Paisley is born. Ring rubber bells, beat cotton gongs, strike silken cymbals, play leathern flutes, the cats and cans and you and I and all such things with souls. We shall hear Walter Paisley is born, and the soul become flesh. Walter Paisley is born.
Marvelous, darling, marvelous.
Man, like that was the greatest gas I ever heard.
Crazy, what did he say? Didn't you hear him? No, man, I'm too far out.
Well, that was magnificent.
I feel so elegant.
Walter deserved every word of it.
It makes me so glad I'm aware.
Did you hear what he said?
Yes, Walter.
All about me. It's true, isn't it?
Every word.
You better hold off on the bubbly, artist.
Yeah, why?
You might talk too much.
What would I say?
Most anything, I expect.
Are you two trying to ignore the rest of us?
Oh, not me, Maxwell. I wouldn't ignore you. I know what it is to be ignored.
Tell us what you're going to do next, Walter.
I'm going to make the most wonderful, wildest, wickedest things you've ever seen. I'm going to make big statues and little statues, tall statues and short statues. I'm going to make statues of nobodies and statues of famous people, statues of actors and poets and people who sell things on television, and a statue of the mayor and some opera singers and their intimate friends. And everybody will say, Walter, let me shake your hand. It's been a real pleasure to have known you. Alley cats and garbage cans, they know that Walter Paisley is born. Ring rubber bells, beat cotton gowns, strike silken cymbals, play leather flutes. Tell us what you're going to do next, Walter. I'm going to make big statues, little statues, movie stars and poets, and guys who sell things on television. And the mayor and some opera singers. That's what you're going to do next, Walter. What am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? I got to do something before they forget. I know what it's like to be ignored. Bumming a ride on the omnibus of art.
Huh? What'd you say?
What is not creation is grip crack. Let them all crumble to feed the creator.
Now, beat it. You must be nuts.
Isn't it?
Was. What's that you got in the box?
Just wait till you see this.
Extra, extra, horrible murder at furniture factory. Read about the man who got cut in half. Extra, extra. Police can only find part of it.
Leonard.
Read all about it.
What's the matter, Leonard?
You made a bust.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful? What's the matter, Leonard?
Put it down, Walter, please.
So you realize how awesome Dick Miller was. If you don't know who he is, you've probably seen his face a million times. He was in everything in the 80s and 90s. Gremlins 2, The Burbs, Creep Show, Tales of the Crypt Demon Knight. This was his early work. It's really fascinating. There's no little problems I have with this movie. The only big problem I have is like, I was talking to my wife backstage and talking about the idea. It's like, how does the clay keep him from decomposing? I don't know.
Another technical question.
Yeah, it's like, this is what I always thought about movies is like, logic doesn't exist. If you watch a lot of horror films, it's like, you say, why did they do that? And it's like, it's a movie. It's
Get out now.
I don't know. But I relate a lot to this movie because I felt a lot like that, like ignored and everything, and like I never was good enough. So I'm sure a lot of other people can relate to that too. It's like this is why this is a universal film, which I think maybe could benefit from like a modern day reboot. Because it's the same old story. If you see it before, it's like he gets something awesome, and then it's like people like him, but they like him because he lied. So then he finally tells the truth, and everybody hates him. You know, it's like that same old trope going on over and over again. Which is why you don't lie, kids. Don't lie to people.
He's got the enabler who pays him to do this job too.
Yeah. You got the owner, which is like a little ticking time bomb in the background of the movie, which is like the owner of the coffee shop. See, who knows that all the statues are corpses. The original title of this movie was Living Dead. What I thought was interesting is like Roger Corman came up with this. He just wanted to make simple, quick movies. He did like the Fast and Furious and did all the teenage movies from the 50s and 60s. He loved the idea of doing things simple. And I relate to that. It's like he started what later became stuff like Charles Band and Lloyd Kaufman and Tommy Wiseau and all these people who do low budget horror, and they just no stars, just a story, a good story. Sci-Fi Channel does this all the time with the Creature of the Week stuff, which is cool. I relate to that. So, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, this like basically the whole point of this movie is don't lie to people. Be yourself, and people will like you for who you are. If they don't, screw them. You don't need them. That should be the universal message of this movie. But instead, Walter is always like, I want to be 15. I want to be part of the crowd. I want to be cool. And it's like, really? I don't know. It's almost over. It's getting to the interesting part. It's like we cut right around the parts with the decapitation, which I thought was a cool scene. Because buzzsaws is one of the things that always freaked me out was power tools growing up. Because I grew up in the South. And we had to deal with a lot of buzzsaws and weed eaters and chainsaws and all this stuff. So it's like, that kind of freaks me out. I was worried about getting a finger or a thumb cut off. So that is the beauty of the horror film. To take little things that people are afraid of and then amplify them and make them even worse. Go to the biggest extreme you could think of for this stuff. I love it. I love it. And I love the idea of countercultures. I love the idea of beatniks and punks and all that stuff. Let's see. How about we doing on time, Steven?
You're doing pretty good.
Cool. I think we can finish this movie out. The exciting conclusion is coming up. And then we got about the exciting conclusion where we find out what is going to happen next. So I'll get back to the movie, and I'll see you guys at the end. Auf Wiedersehen.
Walter, listen to me carefully. I don't want you to make any more statues. Do you understand? No more statues.
Well, why not? I gotta make statues, Leonard. You heard Brock. They want me to make them. If I stop making them, I'll just be a busboy again.
Brock, he's behind all of this with his stupid, bitter poetry. Listen, you've got to stop it right away. I'm beginning to feel responsible.
Why? What did you do?
Never mind. Walter, I've decided to have that show for you right away. When Carla comes, we'll have her work up some nice invitations. We'll have them printed up. We'll invite the critics and the art collectors. We'll tell them.
Well, I don't see why we can't go.
Mr. Leonard DeSantis is afraid to have you come. You buy his coffee and lure his tourists. You are the heart and soul and meat of the yellow door. He slighted you.
Did you get an invitation?
I did not, but I'm going anyway. Not to drink his champagne, but to see Walter's triumph. After that, we go no more.
Hi, Maxwell.
I won't say good luck, Walter.
Why not?
It would imply you could not succeed on your ability alone.
You look so handsome.
I do. So do you. I mean, you look so pretty.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
Oh, we've got plenty of time.
I know, but I wanted to talk to you.
Okay, we can go now if you like. Bye.
Later, man, later.
Swing.
Man, why do you suppose Walter wants to get her alone?
Do you suppose he could be physically attracted to her?
No, man, he ain't the type. He don't get enough vitamin E.
Maxwell gave him a bottle of wheat germ oil once. Maybe he just started taking it.
What did you want to talk to me about, Walter?
Well, what kind of people do you like, Carla?
Oh, thinking people. Artistic people, I guess.
You think I'm artistic?
Of course I do.
That means you like me.
I like you very much, Walter.
I thought you did on account how you kissed me the other night.
Oh, that was for your sculpture of the girl, your nude in the chair.
Carla, I've been alone for a long time, and I know you've been alone, because you never seem to go out with anybody, even though Leonard's always asking you to go out with him, and I just...
What are you trying to say?
Carla, I don't want to make statues anymore. I want to get married. To you.
How long have you been thinking about this, Walter?
Oh, for a long time. Ever since you first came to work at the club. You were the only one who was ever nice to me. I didn't know you loved me until you kissed me.
Walter, I do like you. And I did kiss you. But that was because of your work. There's more to being in love with someone than just that.
You mean you don't love me?
I'm afraid that's what I mean.
But you gotta love me. Why do you think I made that statue of Alice?
Walter, I'm sorry, but
You just can't be sorry. I want to marry you.
Now calm down, Walter, and let's go in there and then maybe when the show's over we can talk about it.
Well, I don't want to talk about it. I get it. I see the whole thing now. Nobody knows that Walter Paisley is born. Carla, will you do one favor for me?
Just about anything, Walter.
Would you let me make a statue of you?
Would you really like to? That'd make me very happy.
Okay. Tonight. I'll make a statue of you tonight. Okay?
Come on.
No, thanks.
This could bring about a return to realism.
Yes, a one-man return. We have many artists about, but no craftsmen. This man knows his anatomy.
I'd give $1,500 for this.
After you read my review, it'll probably cost you $5,000.
So what's the trouble?
Why should you be so depressed? Have you heard the things they're saying?
You can make $25,000 on these pieces alone.
I thought you put money down.
I do, but $25,000?
Leave me alone.
Man, we have come to make this scene.
What's some cappuccino, man? We got the bread. We're not open for business. This is an art exhibit. No bubbles. Get up.
That art is about man.
And he's sober. Yeah, well, that's his problem.
All right, man, all right. We'll wait outside.
Yeah, you wait outside.
What's the matter? Walter, there's a body inside that statue.
Oh, that's Alice. It's all right, Carla. Maxwell says it's all right. Let them become clay in his hands that he might mold them.
Walter, you stay away from me.
Don't you see, Carla? I made them immortal. Don't you see, I can do the same for you.
Set some cars. I'm going up the pace. I'm going with you.
Hey, man, what is the score?
Walter Pinkley's a murderer.
Ah, man, I saw him chasing Carla down the street.
What was that? Nobody knows I'm here.
Walter.
No. They couldn't know. They're dead. How could they know?
Did you see him?
He's hiding around here someplace.
He can't hide just because we're in clay and he isn't.
Walter, go home.
He won't know where else to go.
Walter, go home.
Where is he?
I'll hide where they'll never find me.
He's Romy. He's gone crazy.
Paisley! Paisley, hold up! Paisley!
I suppose he would have called it Hanging Man. His greatest work.
Wow, what an ending. Watching that again, I realized how much the EC comics were inspired by this type of story. And then later on, Tales from the Crypt kind of had the same vibe to it. They had the episode Tales from the Crypt like this. And this whole big thing about, you know, the artist using blood or using corpses. And then people liking it and thinking he's great, even though they didn't like him before. And then there was a cool episode of Tales from the Crypt like that was about capturing the blood and painting and turning it into art and then making a lot of money. If you haven't seen that episode, it's a pretty good episode. I think that was probably, and I've seen a bunch of other stuff rip this off. It's this whole concept of murder and secretism and all this stuff. It's really cool. But like I said before, a lot of the Grindhouse stuff kind of modeled off of this. So it's like, there was a lot of episodes of Tales of the Crypt and other shows, Tales from the Dark Side, and other shows that were kind of like that. So this is the end of the show. If you guys are watching this on the YouTube, thank you, and please subscribe to Stainless Wings Productions. This is a YouTube channel. We have plenty of content on there, and you can watch it anytime. If you are here in Central Coast of California, Santa Maria, watching this on TV at midnight, I'll be back soon with another episode. Sorry for the little hiatus, but back in action. And we're going to end the show off on a high note. We're going to watch the first half of Point of Terror, which is a 70s Grindhouse movie. It's got a weird opening sequence which I love, and you might enjoy. And I'll be back soon with another movie, something really crazy, kooky, and weird. I hope you enjoy. And remember, go on to the Instagram, look up Edgar Von Ghoul, look up on Facebook, on Edgar Von Ghoul, and on Midnight Chillers fan page. Join it, comment. I want to hear from the fans. I want to hear what people have to say about the show and see what they think. There are also sometimes we broadcast episodes on the Vortex, which is cool, the site too. You go to, and there's got other horror hosts from around the world. It's been on for about 10 years now, run by these cool characters, Sluggo, Gonzalez, and Crimson Executioner. Do a lot of cool stuff. So anyway, so stay with it, and I'll be back soon. Auf Wiedersehen.
Say that love is stronger than hate. But with my love, I bet that love will come too late. War against the war, I have to learn the hard way. Arms, dead and
Hi there. I'm Andrea Hilliard. Mind if I sit down?
Go ahead, it's a public beach.
It's my beach.
You mean I'm trespassing?
That depends.
Well, you must like your privacy. I like mine.
Oh, please, don't go. Hey, what's your name?
Tony Trellis.
How do you do, Tony Trellis? Drums?
No, I'm a singer.
Oh, where?
Lobster House.
Oh, Lord, hang on. I haven't been there in months.
You ought to come down and catch a show sometime.
I'll do that.
Yeah, 2 shows a night.
Yes, I know. No cover.
And no minimum.
You're not leaving already.
Remember, I'm a working boy.
Say, we were just getting started.
See?
When can I see you again?
Like I said, I'm at the Lobster House. Why don't you come down and catch my show?
I'll do that.
Thanks for the use of your private beach, huh?
Oh, anytime. No cover, no minimum.
Yeah. I'll remember that.
Hi, Sally. You do a good job, Charlotte. Do you do the dishes at home?
With TV trays?
How's my nose?
Oh, better now.
Your lady friends are out there in droves tonight.
Yeah, same old tired faces.
Give them a good show. Easy with the hips, huh? Save those for me.
Hey, come here.
Down, boy.
Yeah, you know, I like to warm up before a show.
Tony, you'll spoil your makeup.
Mm.
Tony.